I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Network. We're going to talk about the Fox News weatherman that got jumped on the subway train by a bunch of juveniles. Now, we know that in New York City, crime is running rampant. You have a mayor that, in my opinion, really and truly kind of lied to people. Oh, I'm a cop. I'm going to be tough on crime. All of this to get elected. And he's turned out to be just as lax as any other radical Democratic mayor across the country. And then you got a prosecutor, Alvin Bragg, one of these Soros-funded prosecutors that we've got around the country, and there are a bunch of them. Jesus. So enter in Fox News weatherman Adam Klotz, who got jumped after the Giants game on the subway, coming back from the subway. And he looks like hell. He was on Fox News this morning. And, I mean, he is black and blue. And he does have a few words here on the New York Post.
Hear me out, though. You should see the other guy. Oh, my side? Don't laugh. My side is worse, so much worse than my face. The thing is, the other guy, it's not really a guy. It's children, like 5, 6 children. Where are the parents? God, don't let your kids come beat me up in the middle of the night again, please. Parents, watch your children.
Yeah, so basically what happened here is there was another person that was getting assaulted, essentially, and he tried to step in. And they turned their attention to him. So let's get to this. We'll get to the specifics. Just more Democratic miscellaneous crime at work in another liberal city. Fox News meteorologist was pummeled by a group of teens when he tried to stop them from harassing another strap hanger on the Manhattan subway early Sunday. Cops and the prognosticator said weatherman Adam Klotz, 37, and I've seen him come up on Fox News many times, recounted the vicious attack in an Instagram video appearing bruised and battered as he was described how he was going home on a train after watching the New York Giants NFL playoff game at a bar when he saw this, quote, older gentleman was being hassled by a group of 7 or 8 teens. Now, he was on Fox and Friends this morning, and when I tell you, he looked much worse than how this video was able to portray him. I mean, you could tell. They beat the shit out of this dude. And he said that his entire side is actually badly, badly bruised up because he had put his hands up over his head because they kept trying to punch him in the head, and he was trying to limit the damage on his head from the beating he was taking, so they obviously started like kicking him in the ribs and things. Quote, I was like, yo, cut that out. And they decided, all right, if he's not going to get it, you're going to get it. And boy, did they give it to me, Klotz said. They had me on the ground. My ribs are all bruised up. They got their hits in. Police sources said the meteorologist was on a number 1 train around 1:15 a.m. when he confronted the teens who may have been smoking weed at the time, too. The young suspects fled the train at the 18th Street station after the assault, but 3 of them, 2 15-year-olds and a 17-year-old, were soon nabbed by the cops, sources say. And there's another picture. You can see he's pretty bruised up over his eyes especially. Police eventually cut the trio loose. I mean, this is what's happening. Police are arresting people, and they're either being let go or they're brought in, and as soon as they're brought in, they're let back out. I mean, that's the liberal DAs and the view of crimes where the criminal gets elevated and the victim's a problem. The victim is the real issue, the real problem. Juvenile reports were prepared and their parents were called to pick them up, a rep for the NYPD said Sunday. It's unclear why the 3 nabbed suspects were released without facing charges, But an NYPD spokesperson said Sunday that the department did not have the option because of their ages and the fact that the crime involved is an apparent misdemeanor. A rep for the city law department, which prosecutes juvenile crimes in the Big Apple, said in an email that the victim has to file a complaint with the Department of Probation before it gets involved. Probation then decides whether to refer the case to the law department for prosecution, the representative said. The 17-year-old suspect could have been charged as an adult before the states raised the age law, which took effect in 2019. The revised law raised the age for a youngster to be charged as an adult from 17 to 18. Good God. See, I think they should be able to try. I think it should be at the discretion, well, I would say the prosecutor, but in this case, they're not going to prosecute anybody. Okay, but in some areas of the country where they actually do go after criminals to prosecute them, I think it should be at the discretion of the prosecutor. In other words, if you want to prosecute a 12-year-old as an adult, if the crime is heinous enough, I think you should be allowed to do it. Klotz was treated for non-life-threatening injuries at Bellevue Hospital. He seemed unaware in his online video that the 3 suspects that were caught were released without being charged. At first, Klotz, who suffered 2 black eyes among other injuries, posted a video in which he half-heartedly joked, "You should see the other guy. My side, don't laugh. My side is much worse than my face. And the thing is, the other guy is not really a guy. It's children, 5 or 6 children. Where are the parents? Parents, watch your children. Of the man he was defending, he's fine." So just a crazy situation, another nightmare situation. I cannot believe that people continue to vote in this kind of leadership in certain parts of the country. I just don't understand. I truly do not. It's just not the way we were raised in places like here in Texas. You know, criminals should be prosecuted to whatever extent that the law allows. And the criminals should not be the ones that have the loving arms wrapped around them and made to feel like they're valued versus the victim. It's nuts. Absolutely crazy. And you're starting to see slowly but surely more and more people in a public light kind of get caught up in this kind of thing. And it's going to take somebody with a massive name, something bad to happen. And even then, I don't know that anything will change. I mean, when you got Muriel Bowser that voted against bail reform and the city council overrid her, she thinks it will make crime too bad. You know the radical liberals, boy, it's getting out of hand. It truly is. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.